Hey folks, David here. Last night I got back from the Amherst train show. I guess it's up there in like Springfield, Massachusetts or something. Great train show. I originally hadn't planned on going because it's like 4 or 5 hours away. But thanks to Sparky, who said, Dave, you should go. I said, well, I don't know. And then he said, Dave, you should go. I said, oh, I'll think about it. And then Steve the Plumber said, dude, you should go. So I thought, well, all right, maybe. And then Sparky said, well, you coming or aren't you? Well, it turned out that I had the time and it worked out that I could go. So I went and got a lot of things here and I'll go through them. Not anything big, but a lot of little things. So a shout out to Sparky. He made this into a meet and greet. So he coordinated a time and a place for everybody to meet. And that was really cool. Met a lot of great people, some folks that I met before, and some new people that I haven't met before. So that was really great. So yeah, shout out to everybody that was there. That was a good time. So this show here at Amherst is actually 4 buildings, and it's open. I think from I forget what time it starts, 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock. So that's a lot of time to walk around and look at trains and a lot of stuff to look at. I said until 5 o'clock. Both days I was there until 5 o'clock, and I was pretty tired, but it was fun to see what they had. So I would definitely say it was worth the trip. So like I said, I got a lot of little things here, 1 or 2 big things, so I'll show you what I got. Let me turn the camera on, check it out. All right, to start it off, I got kind of a mystery box here. So this guy had $15 on this box. And what was in there, I really didn't want to pay $15 for. I kind of like, they look like some good projects here. There's a Tyco Power Torque chassis. And yeah, there's the actual motors right there for that. This Amtrak I liked, and I think that's a lifelike, and it's a shame because the front of this got busted up, but yeah, I like that. That's an AHM, and this broke, and I can make the clips for these with the 3D printer, so no big deal on that. There's also some tank cars in here, or the bodies. Well, there's trucks in here also. And this stuff is kind of beat up, might be fixable. Mobile gas I might save. These ones I might paint because they just don't look interesting. But anyhow, he wanted 15 bucks for that box, and I was thinking, nah, I kind of like what's in there, but I'm not going to pay $15. So I went with the old bundle. So I picked this up. I think he had 10 bucks on it, but he doesn't know that. And I put it in the box, and he was also selling HO cars for $5. So I went through the box here, and there's a Bachmann chassis system box car. There's a DuPont tank car, and I actually have 3 of these. It's just by accident that I collect them. So I thought, well, one more, why not? There's an Exxon tank car. I have, I think, STP and one other gas company tank car. So I like the graphics on that. It's pretty cool. So I like that. And so, like I said, I looked through, grabbed 3 box cars that he had $5 a piece on, and I found this, and I said, all right, you got 15 bucks on this box. I'm going to add in this old, I don't even know what that is. I think that's a lifelike. So I'm going to add this to it, and I'll buy 3 of your cars for 20 bucks. I said, okay, that'll work. So that was a good deal for me. So basically, he had that, if I add up what he had it marked for, it would have been like 40 bucks. So that's 20 bucks worth of fun there, I would say. Couple of projects, whatever. So this guy, this is a shame because he got a little bit banged up. So that's a Tyco Jupiter that has the motors in the tender, and it's got a little drive shaft thing there to drive it. And this looked better when I bought it, and it looks like I broke the light on the front here. I wasn't careful. I just kind of threw it in the bag, and that's what happened, and this came loose. So hopefully we can fix that up. So I just like these little, I guess you call them a general or something, but I like these little guys, and I paid $7 for that. So that was $7 for the Jupiter. So I went into the other building, and I was talking to some guys, and we were having fun talking. And the one guy had a box of stuff that said make offer. So after we stood there for a little bit and talked and got to know him a little bit, he's a real nice guy. He had these in a box that said make offer. So I looked at them and, you know, looked at a couple of different ones, and I picked these up. I said, what do you want for them? He says, take them, you can have them. What is this? I think that's an Athearn or a Lifelike engine. So we're missing the side covers. I might have those. But it's always worth working on. So that's pretty cool. And it has the railings on it. And some other pieces of something in here that we don't know what that belongs to. Looks like a ladder that goes up the side of a building. I don't know. So yeah, he gave these to me. That one and this one. And after I picked it up and looked at it again, realized this is one of those Tycos with a tender drive. And the Clementine is one of the more rare models. So yeah, those two guys were free. Somebody had a Chattanooga. And again, this is one of those Tycos with the motor and the tender. And I buy these when I find them because sometimes these motors are hard to fix. And sometimes yeah, it's hard to find the parts. So I paid $5 for this. It actually looks like it's in pretty good shape. It looks like one of the newer ones. So that's why I paid $5 for it, because I might need the motor for this one here. I don't know, but I always get these when I find them. So that was $5 on that tender. This one I bought on Sunday near the end of the show. This was in a box, and they wanted to sell the whole box, and all the other stuff that was in there was mostly a bunch of shells, diesel engine shells that I really didn't want. So I offered $5 for this. And I think that's a Tyco. I'm not 100% sure. But this is a heavy metal locomotive, number 157. It says Saratoga Trunk on the tender. So, yeah, I'm sure I have wheels and trucks for this. No big deal. And I can tell that this will pull a lot of cars. And that's pretty heavy. So that's pretty cool. So, yeah, $5 on that guy. I'm happy with that deal. Just looking through a box, the guy had cars in there. It said $10. So I poked through, and some of them weren't very interesting, and found a police car. So really $10 for a police car is not a bad deal, but I had to get some kind of a better deal out of it. So I went poking around and found this hobby knife. So I said, if I buy a police car for $10, can you throw in the hobby knife, the saw? She says, yeah, sure. So, bundle again. There we go. We win. This is what I was trying to find. This is a Jeep. I mean, it looks like a Jeep. It just says SUV on the end of it here. Again, the guy that gave me these two, I came back, talked to him a little bit later, and this box full of automobiles was new that he had pulled out. And I went digging through, and I thought this was kind of cool. He wanted 10 bucks, and so I pulled it up. I said, so you want 10 bucks for that? He says, no, you can have it. Take it with you. I said, oh, fantastic. So, very cool. So these 3 things were free. Guy was selling some Automotives. So he had a box of Automotives, and it said on the front of the box, 50% off whatever is marked. So this one says $14.99 on it. So I said, here you go, here's $7. And he says, well, you owe me 50 cents. I said, really? You're gonna get me for the 50 cents? So I gave it to him. Told him, well, I'm not gonna buy anything else then. But yeah, it's a BMW Alpina, whatever, B10 bi turbo. Yeah, I don't know. Nice car for $750. That's a bargain. So let's move on to Lionel O-Gauge stuff. You know what? I'll start with the big purchase of the day because I like this. Ready? So that's a Menards. And the guy that was selling this was also with the other guy that gave me these things for free. And he had $30 on it. And I said, how about 25? He says, nope, 30 bucks. I said, come on, you got to give me some kind of deal. He says, that is a deal. I said, come on, you got to give me something. I said, how about $29? He said, how about $29? You got to sell it. He says, well, all right, sure. So I gave him $29. Pretty nice box car here. Very cool. Okay, a couple other Lionel things. Sorry looking Lionel Scout. He wanted $5 for it. I said, if you want to sell it, I'll give you 3. I'm gonna have to clean this up. I don't want to repaint this, but this stuff here, I think I'm going to either sandblast or see if I can clean that paint off and clean this all up here. Maybe I'll paint the bottom of it. But for $3, I might use this with some of the old Lionel engines that I have. So I have one of these, and I think one of the trucks is like broken or something. So I may have just bought this for the trucks, and that's okay because that's still worth $3. As I was walking out the door, leaving, $5 box. So that's worth $5. It's got good couplers and trucks on it. So, you know, just for an extra car to put rocks or wood in. So $5 on that guy. That's a 2034. This is looking pretty sorry. I'm going to have to do a follow-up video with this because they made 3 or 4 different versions of the 2034. You see this is broken here. Yeah, it's broken there. Yeah, I'm looking in here and I actually see a wire nut in there. So for $5, I mean, it's still worth it for the motor. And I think I do have a 2034 shell over there. Yeah, the bottom of this is broken off here, you can see. But for $5, I think it's worth it. So, not the last thing, but near the end, I bought this. Yeah, $25. Of course I didn't pay $25. I paid $20 for it. This is an MTH. I did test it upstairs and realized this is actually like a bump and go. So when it hits these things, so I'm not sure how that's supposed to work on the track. I guess you got to have something to make it go back and forth. I kind of like this. It's nice. It needs a little bit of color. It needs something. And I think what I might do is like paint this part here like brown to make it look like wood. Maybe make this look like wood, something like that, just to give it a little something. It just looks too plain, you know, it's all black. Some of that probably should be silver or something, or metal, but I know I'll mess that up. So I think if I just paint the deck, leave it at that, then it'll look better than it was. So yeah, that was a good bunch of stuff. Let me bring you in here. All right, there's everything from the Amherst train show. Again, I had a great time. Shout out to Sparky for making a meet and greet. And Steve the Plumber, had a great time hanging out with him. My total damage, if I added this up right, it was $116.50, I think, plus tickets and parking. We've got some projects, some fun things. Awesome Marine Corps boxcar. Lionel stuff, HO stuff, Tychos, whatever. All right, thanks for watching. See you next time.